Hey, Paul from the Church Co here, and today I'm going to give you a very quick overview, try to do it under 5 minutes, of our platform and what it is capable of and how easy it is to kind of build a website, manage your people, and have everything all in one place. So once you have signed up to the platform, this is your dashboard. Now, if you want to, we will build a website for you. All you have to do is click purchase now. We've been doing that for free for people since 2015. If you need any help, of course, you can schedule a demo as well. So this is your dashboard, and this is the high level, the things that you can do. So you have your websites, you have your media, which is your images, you have your small groups, you have your events, you have your blogs, you have a way of managing prayer, you have your people. These are the people that might fill out a form, might register, might give. We have the giving section, which is actually, if you're using our giving system, that's where people can donate. You'll be able to see stats on that, of course, and you can manage all of the giving through there. You have your sermons, and then you have your settings. So a lot of this is also duplicated over here. So there's a really quick navigation. If you're trying to create a page, you can do that very quickly. You have your events right here, your small groups, your giving. But what I want to start with is your settings. So when you first create your account, you will fall into this page, and then you will have some default pages and theming. So real quick, I want to show you how to do your branding. So if I go in here to branding, you can see I've got all of my logos kind of pre-populated here. And of course, you can upload your own logos to match. So you've got a colored logo, a light logo, a dark logo, your icon, and the site icon. So these are used throughout the site in various places. You also have some branding options. So let's say your brand isn't this purple. You can, of course, tweak it a little bit and, go with this blue instead. So you have the option to change that, and of course the text color as well. I think that this text looks really nice with the white, so I'm going to leave it as that. You have primary, secondary, and third, and then you also have your main background and your alternate background color. So these are used throughout the website builder and app builder to kind of toggle the different styles. So say you wanted to have a dark mode of everything, maybe you would set your main background as black, and you can see this is affecting this, and you would say the title, like your text, is white, right? So you can see that immediately affects the font section. I'm going to go back to white and black because I like it like that. But you can change all of this to match your brand. And then as well, you have the option to set your fonts. This is fully searchable. You can change whatever font you want. You can set the style of the headings, the subheadings, and of course the body text as well. So once your brand is fully set, then of course that will apply throughout the entire website. So anytime you're editing a website, you have these color options to choose from, like for buttons or for background colors. And later, if you do a rebrand, of course, you would just upload the new logos, change the colors here, change the font, and the entire website would update instantly. So really cool feature to have your brand laid out like this and built into the platform. So next, I'm going to go into the actual website builder. So when you first create an account, we've spun up some default content that's really specific for churches, right? So you have a homepage, an about page, get connected, your events, and your sermons. And these are all pre-populated with some test data. So it's very easy for you to kind of see and get a feel for the platform. So I'm just going to click straight into our homepage and show you how this works. So the first thing you'll notice is that the sidebar has gone away. So we've done that so that you have more room in this builder, right? So you can still pull it back whenever you need to by clicking this little toggle, but we've just slid it off to the side so you have more options. So one thing you'll notice here is that we have a live editing experience. So you can, of course, drag and drop these, reorder them. You can change all of the settings. You can say, hey, actually, I want this to be bright pink. Or, of course, you can remove that later. You have the option to say, hey, let's be really trendy and make this text outlined as well. So tons of options to choose from. And of course, you can do all of this to design a site the way that you feel best. So maybe how about a little sub option here that says like, hey. You also can go down, and these are pre-made. So you can remove these or you can keep them, right? We just like this flow for websites, but of course you can change this. So let's say you wanted to change this button from being this outline button to a primary button. What we can do is just click on that. We can say, learn more. It's currently routed to the about page, which I think is fine. Let's change the style though to action, and let's set it to our primary color. So now you can see we've just made that change. And let's say I actually want to have two buttons. So I'm going to click this one, and this one I think I would like to be more of just a default like learn more. And we'll have that just jump down the page a little bit. So I'm going to add it to link to this the next time section. So you can see now I've got 2 buttons here, and it's got this nice hover state. So it's really easy for you to kind of edit the website, add more options as you want. And if you're ever thinking, okay, like let's say maybe I want to add upcoming events to this page. So if you click over here on the left, you've got all of these pre-configured blocks so that it's very easy. You don't have to start from scratch. You can just choose one and you can kind of design the page the way that you would like. So I set upcoming events, so let's search events. Here we go. Coming down here, I've got this events block. It would look much better with a heading. So how about upcoming events? Hope to see you there. And this is set to read all events, but of course you could filter it down to just like a category like featured on homepage or something like that. With this, let's just show you how to do the sidebar. You can change the background color to any of those brand colors that we saw from the brand settings, or you can even do like a custom color and really get creative if you really want to. For me though, I think I'm gonna go with a background image on this one. So I'm going to select, you can see I don't have any photos uploaded yet, but I can do that here, or I can browse stock photos, or we have some pre-configured photos that we just really like that you can choose from over here. So for this one, let's go with this. You know what? That doesn't really look good, does it? So how about we still want the background color? Let's tint it. We'll make it quite dark, and it'll be just like a little bit more like that. So you have a lot of design options that you can play with here, and it's just up to you to really make it the way that you see fit, how you'd like it. So I decided that I don't really like this. I'm going to go back to just standard white background, and I'm going to clear this custom text color, and that looks a lot better for me. So that's all it is to do for editing your homepage. You can of course see it on different sizes. So if you really want to zoom out and see the whole thing, you can do that. You can check it on tablet, check it on mobile as well. And all of that is responsive out of the box. So you never have to go in and edit mobile on its own. The code is smart enough to say, hey, you've got 2 columns here on mobile, that should be like this. So you don't need to do that, it does it for you. So that's kind of how that works. So just moving on from there, I want to show you some of the more powerful features. So I'm going to go back to the sermon section actually. So I'm going to click into sermons, and I'm going to add a new sermon to our sermon library. So from here, I'm going to say new sermon. I'm going to call it, let's see, this one was Solus Christus. We'll click that. I'm going to set it to published. Always important to add a sermon description so that Google can index the sermon as well. That way, if people are ever searching for a topic in your community and you've preached a sermon on it, you have an option here to match that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a video link, but you can also upload audio here. So we've got that. I'm going to add a photo. Again, for now, I'm just going to choose from the stock ones just to save time on the upload. But of course, you can upload your own that matches the series art and all of that. We don't have a sermon note right now, but let's go and add one and then come back to it. So real quick, I'm going to publish this. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and add a note outline that matches the sermon. So basically, we want people to be able to follow along with this sermon while it's being preached and take their own notes. So we're going to create the same outline. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to make up a bunch of text here. But of course, you would add your own outline. So let's say you were like, you wanted to do fill in the blanks. You could say, let's make a new heading like, who is Jesus? And then from there, we could do something like, Jesus is my, and we'll leave a blank right here. So this will let people add their own notes, and they can fill in that blank later when when they're following along. So I'm going to publish this real quick, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to add it to that sermon. So real quick, we're going to go back to episodes. We've got that here. I'm going to scroll down to the sermon note and select that new sermon that we just did and save that. So what's really nice there is now when we're browsing the sermon, or we're watching online, or we're watching in church online, those notes will be right there for me to follow along I'll be able to log into my account, save my notes to my account, and I'll always be able to come back and browse them later. So a few other things just to know about the ChurchCo platform. If you ever get stuck and need help, of course, we always have chat right here. We anytime you have questions, there's someone on the other end of that. If you are using us as a people management system, you have your people here. So anytime someone fills out a form or someone gives or someone submits a prayer request, they're going to go into your people database for you to follow up. You can moderate those requests. You can see where they came in, so you can say, hey, this person came in originally through a youth form, and now later they've become a volunteer and they're a regular giver. So all that's done through this people section. And lastly, if you're using us as a giving provider, you have the option through your giving dashboard to add different funds, like a missions fund, a normal like tithes and offerings fund. You can see all the transactions, you can see all the recurring gifts, and you can manage your settings where the payouts so that the money gets deposited directly into your bank account and all of that. So very powerful system, and it's very easy to kind of add things. You're never locked in. Just one more thing while I have you, one of my personal favorite features is the fact that you're never locked into a design. So let's say you've just started with the ChurchCo, you love your website, but it's 2 years later and you're like, I really want a new look and I don't want to start from scratch because all my people are in this database and all of my information's in here. What do I do in that case? So you come in here to web, you go to themes, and here I'm just going to choose that home page that we made earlier so that we can preview it. And you can see I've got my theme here. This is currently using the Creative Church 2.0 theme, but I want to see what that would look like in our float theme. So I'm just going to click that and you can see the website just instantly redesigns itself. I have a new type of button. I have rounded corners, and we are always releasing new themes so that you have new options and new designs. So there's a lot of different variations. I can try the waves. You can see I've got this nice little wave, this arch going. There's some that are more extreme than others, and there's some that are kind of very plain, which we like because it's just really easy for people to find things. So depending on what you like, we have an option for. So I'm going to just switch this back though so you can see the original one, but that's by far my favorite feature. And when you're ready to launch, of course, our team will help you. If you ever have any questions, feel free to email support@thechurchco.com, and we will get back to you very quickly.